This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. We hope you had a great weekend. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It's Monday, August 22nd.
Well, Las Vegas Metro and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrested a murder suspect out of Las Vegas last week. We told you about this on Friday. They do have a little bit of an update. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has released additional information regarding the arrest of a Las Vegas murder suspect that occurred here in Pahrump on Friday afternoon. Nye County Sheriff's Office says that Metro contacted the department regarding the wanted murder suspect, 42-year-old Raymond Bernie Glasper II of Las Vegas, who was believed to be at a residence on White Street in Pahrump. At approximately 12:40 in the afternoon on Friday, NCSO deputies and SWAT team members responded to execute a high-risk search warrant at the corner of White Street and Lola Lane. NCSO personnel were assisted at the scene by Las Vegas Metro detectives, FBI agents, as well as Las Vegas Metro PD's air unit. A search was conducted at the residence and numerous people detained. The suspect was not located. However, tips were received that Glasper may be at a home on Lupin Street here in Pahrump. The search detail relocated to the address at 1051 Lupin Street. Announcements were made upon arrival of the SWAT team, and Glasper exited the fifth wheel on the property and was taken into custody without incident. Glasper was turned over to Las Vegas Metro detectives for processing and subsequently booked into the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center on the Metro arrest warrant and was charged with open murder. He is being held without bail pending his transfer to Clark County. No other individuals were arrested that were detained at either of these scenes. News 25 has reached out to Las Vegas Metro for further clarification and details on the Glasper murder case.
And Nye County Sheriff's Office have now issued a verbal order for a property on Shady Lane. This after the next-door neighbor was found entering their home.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and detectives were dispatched to a residence on Shady Lane for a burglary in progress. Upon arrival, they made contact with an individual who said that there was a man inside the residence. They had the suspect at gunpoint for a short period of time. They said that that individual was not cooperating and, in fact, went back inside the home and shut the door. After a short standoff, they eventually took that individual into custody. The investigation continues. Well, Pahrump resident and business owner hopes to bring the first annual Iron Horse Stampede to town this fall. Lewis Baker has big plans for the motorcycle event, but after hearing his presentation last week, Nye County commissioners decided to hold off on issuing a permit for the event until Baker and the county work out a few more details.
According to the Outdoor Festival license application, Baker describes the Iron Horse Stampede as a social event where bikers come together, similar to the wildly successful event in Sturgis, South Dakota, or the Bike Fest in Las Vegas. In addition to music, food, and vendors, Baker says there will be biker personalities, stars, and musical competitions, lectures, and demonstrations. He expects about 1,000 spectators each day.
I'm sure that most of you are at least aware of what Sturgis has done in South Dakota, and they just had another rally there with over 500,000 people. Last year it was 700,000, so the numbers are down a little bit. The bottom line is we have that same opportunity here because we have so many clubs, motorcycle clubs here, not only in town, but in Nevada itself. It's an entertainment event. It's much like the music festival that was just held here. There's no real difference because we have the entertainment, we have the vendors, and the goal here is to be able to do this on an annual basis so that we can have the additional income and transit people who come in for particular events, as we do with so many of the other events. And so that's what the whole thing is about. And what I'm looking for is the ability to have the license so we can go forward with all the rest of it that's necessary. It's a huge undertaking.
Pahrump Buildings and Grounds Facility Manager Jimmy Martinez told commissioners the county and Baker still need to address some specifics.
What we're trying to avoid is whether he's going to be just a small section or the whole park, so we're not throwing our other organizations off the field.
What we need to do is get you hooked up back to the Buildings and Grounds Director so he can actually work out the map so we can make sure we know exactly where everything's going to be at.
Of course,
yeah. The other things happening at the same time. So we'll bring this back to the next agenda.
Okay.
So we can go get this thing resolved.
Okay.
Then we can get you on your way.
Well, the Board of County Commissioners will reconsider the festival permit at their next meeting, September 7th. If they approve it, the Iron Horse Stampede will take place on October 14th through the 16th at Petrick Park here in Pahrump.
And Nye County Sheriff's officers have arrested a local man for impersonating a public officer.
Jeffrey Hatfield has been arrested for impersonating a public officer. On Saturday, August 13th, deputies say that they were dispatched to the Hub Bar and Grill located on West Bell Vista Avenue here in Pahrump for a person with a gun. The reporting party stated that there was an individual at the bar who had a pistol on the bar countertop but had made no threats towards any individuals. When the deputies arrived, they found the firearm located directly in front of Hatfield on the countertop. According to police, they stated that Jeffrey claimed the firearm was in fact his and that he was a DEA agent. While continuing to speak with Hatfield, deputies say he repeatedly claimed to be a drug enforcement officer. Officers said that they could not find a badge upon his person, and he did not have any identification to prove that he was actually an agent for the Drug Enforcement Agency. When asked to explain why he had no identification, he said he was undercover. Police say that Hatfield was still unable to provide anything to prove that he was employed by the DEA, even though he continued to state that he was an agent. He was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Hatfield was then released on an OR release and returned to his home. Police were called later on that day by a taxi service who alleged that Hatfield refused to pay him for taking him home. The driver said that Hatfield had tipped him with a locked Visa card with $700 or $800 on the card that he was unable to access and a cell phone. However, the driver said that he still had to pay for the ride. Hatfield attempted to get the money for the ride from his roommate, who refused to provide him with any sort of funds. Police arrested Hatfield once again and transported him to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. All right, we'll have more news right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
And welcome back. If you've had COVID-19 more than once, you're certainly not alone. Reinfections are becoming more common, and here's why.
Viruses are very smart. Viruses have this tendency to, if they are actively infecting a large swath of our population, there is active mutations that keep on happening in these viruses. Now, this is something that's been described very well even before COVID.
Dr. Abhijit Dugal is a critical care specialist for Cleveland Clinic. He further explains that once you're infected, your immune system will remember that specific variant. But if a new one comes along, it may be harder to detect, which can lead to reinfection. He says it's very similar to how influenza changes every year. So what can someone do to help protect themselves? He says all the same precautions still apply, like wearing a mask, social distancing when possible, and regularly washing your hands. The same goes for getting vaccinated and boosted. While the vaccine may not be able to prevent COVID completely, it will help lessen the severity of illness.
When it comes to vaccination, it's not just a matter of infection. It is a matter of severity of infection, right? And that's something that has been shown time and time again through these variants, that if you're vaccinated and boosted appropriately, the risk of severe infection goes down pretty significantly.
And Dr. Dougal says there's no telling how many times an individual can get COVID-19, which is why it's important to protect yourself.
Well, guess what? Fall Festival is on the way. Carnival tickets for the Fall Festival are now on sale. Advanced ticket sale wristbands are $35. The Mega Pass is $150. And rodeo tickets for Friday and Saturday night are only $10. The Mega Pass sale ends on September 3rd. Advanced ticket wristband sales end on September 10th. And tickets are being sold at the Tourism Office. That's at 400 North Highway 160 here in Pahrump. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Valley Electric Association, which is located at 800 Highway 372, they are also selling tickets there, open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., closed from noon to 1 for lunch, and you can also get them at Shadow Mountain Feed at 2031 West Bella Vista Avenue, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 5. Carnival hours are Thursday, September 22nd from 5 to close, Friday, September 23rd from 3 to close, Saturday, September 24th from 1 to close, and Sunday, September 25th from noon until close. Carnival may close early depending on attendance. Of course, you know the Pahrump Fall Festival will be held Thursday through Sunday on all of those dates at Petrick Park. The Fall Festival Parade will be held on Saturday, September 24th at 9 a.m. That's on Highway 160. You can also visit the website for that parade at PaHrumpMV.gov for more details about that Fall Festival. And of course, we will be giving you updates as time allows. And they have a little bit of update on that moving sign down there at the corner of Basin and Highway 160, right next to the Barbary Community Center. You can always get in touch with the town or the tourism office for more information.
And a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the grand opening of the new animal shelter building will be held on Wednesday, August 24th at 10 a.m. The shelter is located at 1580 East Siri Lane. You can call 775-751-7020 for more information. Come tour the new shelter, and cats and dogs will be available for adoption.
And today, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, through the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, awarded approximately $25 million in planning grants to save new states and territories to expand access to home and community-based services through Medicaid's Money Follows the Person demonstration program. With these awards, 41 states and territories across the country will now participate in the MFP awards up to $5 million. That's being announced for Illinois, Kansas, and New Hampshire, as well as for the Americas Samoa and Puerto Rico. The first time the MFP grants have been made available to the territories. These awards will support the early planning phase for the programs. This includes establishing partnerships with community stakeholders, including those representing diverse and underserved populations, tribal entities, and governments, key states and local agencies such as state and local public housing authorities, and community-based organizations. And of course, News 25 will return with some information from the BLM after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
And welcome back. The Bureau of Land Management's Nevada State Office, on behalf of the Southern Nevada District Office, will host 2 virtual information forums. That's on September 7th and 8th to gather public input on the Bonanza Solar Project proposed in a solar variance area that's approximately 5,100 acres of BLM managed public lands here in Clark County as well as Nye County. That's located 4 miles west of Indian Springs and approximately 30 miles north and west of Las Vegas. The project would generate about 300 megawatts of energy, include battery energy storage, and an interconnection to the regional transmission system. The public input period is set to end September 22nd.
And there's some good news for people who might think that they might be a little bit off balance, and we're not talking about your tires. Desert View Hospital's outpatient therapy department will once again offer free balance screenings on the first Tuesday of the month from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. They're located at 1500 East Highway 372, Suite F here in Pahrump. To make an appointment, call the physical therapy office at 775-413-6905. No physician order is required. Upcoming dates: Tuesday, September 6th, Tuesday, October 4th, November 1st, December 6th. The screening is for adults who want to check their balance or for people coping with the loss of balance, weakness, or decreased coordination. A licensed physical therapist will conduct the balance screening, and screenings will last about 10 minutes. And if you missed any of that, it's on our KPVM Facebook page.
And first-time home buyers will face a daunting market, but veterans, military service members, or their surviving spouses may have a leg up on the competition if they take advantage of a VA home loan. Executive Director of the VA Loan Guarantee Service, John Bell III, says the program is one of the best options out there.
The VA program is a very competitive program. It's something that they should be proud of. You get a lower interest rate in most cases, a lower cost of the loan. You get you don't have to put as much money down, and that is designed so when you do move in, you can use that money as instead of credit. To buy window treatments, buy flooring, buy appliances, buy lawnmowers. All those things you have to that you don't think about that when you buy that home you need. And the VA program is well positioned for you to be able to do that. The process isn't much different than your typical loan. You would call you would find an agent, a real estate agent, or a lender that you felt comfortable with. My plea to our veterans is find someone who is used to doing VA loans. Once you submit your bid for a particular property, those bids. Our plea is that our veterans are just as well positioned, if not better well positioned, to win those bids than any other borrower out there. The problem has been because the market that we've seen over the past couple of years, where there are a lot of cash investors, market prices were driven up to exceed sales prices. A lot of our veteran bids were not even being looked at or reviewed, and now the hope is that those veterans that were either one, thought they were priced out of the market, or two, that they were not winning those bids, that now you're seeing those bids go from 10 or 15 per property down to 3 to 5 or even 1 to 3. And veterans are very competitive in this market and being able to purchase homes. So don't give up. If you had decided to sit on the fence, certainly this is a time where you can go out and look, especially in particular markets. So our hope is that you are able to utilize the program if you want to utilize the program and purchase those properties that you may have not been able to a couple years ago or 12 months ago.
For more information about the VA home loans, visit va.gov and search for home loans. You can also call them at 877-827-3702.
Well, we try to keep you up to date on what's going on at Never Forgotten, and they still are looking for any kind of donations for those 60 chihuahuas that they have taken in, and of course volunteers that can help. But right now, we're going to show you a cat that's available for adoption. Darby has with her Tammy.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Never Forgotten Animal Society, and today we are joined with Tammy. Tammy, unfortunately, is one of the longest kitties that has been here. She is about 10 years old, beautiful, very fat cat. She is gorgeous color. She is primarily a white, but then she has these cute orange tabby markings and a little bit of like these black tabby markings. Really, really pretty. She loves attention. She's a little hesitant about being picked up, but she does love getting pet. If you want to come and see Tammy or her sister here, Mama, you can give them a call at 775-537-8674. They're located at 520 East Street behind Wells Fargo. You can also visit their website at neverforgottenanimalsociety.com.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hear about those tornadoes over there off of Mesquite that they were talking about?
Yeah, we had the warning. Yeah, but look at those clouds, and we've got hot, muggy temperatures coming back. Ooh, ooh. John's going to have a full forecast in a moment.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Excited to be here on a Monday morning after a wild weekend in Alaska. Boy, did I have fun. Thanks to all those people up there. Fernley and Fallon, check you out, 97 degrees. Weather Twins, congratulations. Carson City at 94. Tonopah, the cool spot at 92. Yeah, I think it's the end of the monsoon season. It's back to summer. 94 out in Goldfield, 103 in Beatty. Well, that seems typical. 107 in Amargosa. That seems extraordinary. And 101 in Las Vegas. Yeah, reasonable. There you go. Death Valley, they're cooking pizzas on the sidewalk at 117. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. 103 degrees. That's our current temperature. It's just a titch warmer earlier. 104 is where we hit for our high today. Winds out of the southwest, not helping much at 7 miles per hour. Humidity back to being bone dry, like a desert again. How about that? 14% as the sun rose this morning at 6:07 a.m. Setting this evening at 7:24. Man, I think we lost about 8 minutes of daylight. Fans of night rejoice. A low tonight, 79 degrees. East-southeasterly winds to 8 miles per hour. Humidity staying on step at 19% as we head on into the week. That smells like sunshine. And it is. And there's a little bit of like residual monsooniness coming our way. We'll have 106 degrees tomorrow, 10 mile per hour winds. But check out Wednesday, 19% chance of rain, triple-digit temperatures. Thursday, 24% chance. Somebody's getting wet. So we're retreating a little bit Thursday, Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, look at that weekend. 100 degrees, beautiful sunshine, low wind speeds. This is going to be a real dinger of a weekend. So look forward to it. Make some plans, all right? Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Well, there is a little bit of a break, it looks like there, huh?
Yeah, after tomorrow. Tomorrow's like that high 106 and then it goes down. Thanks,
no,
John, for that, by the way.
And then also, there's a diaper run. And I talked to Nancy Irwin, and she asked if we could promote this some more. Saturday, September 10th, they're going to have the First Choice Pregnancy Center's 14th annual diaper run. If you want to sign up for it, you don't even need a motorcycle, just a car, or you can carpool with people. You can even just donate diapers and wipes to help them out at First Choice Pregnancy Center. For more information, of course, you can contact them, 775-751-2229. But you can also buy
There's
a ticket,
going to be
sign up.
food and raffles and, I guess, entertainment, all sorts of good stuff.
Everything you can ever imagine. First Choice Pregnancy Center, of course, is located right there off of Calvada Boulevard. And it's all going to start at Parker's Kawasaki on September 10th and end at Lisa Bond Real Estate.
Nice. I like it.
If you missed any of that, where is it at? It's on our KPVM Facebook
That's
page.
right.
There you go. I'm going to test everybody later.
That does it for us tonight. I'm Stacy Jensen.
I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Good night.
Good night.